Hey everybody. So, um, it's been a minute since I have made any videos on YouTube. Quite a while. And for those who used to watch my videos before, just fair warning, a lot of my out of a lot of my personal views have changed on a lot of different things. Not to try to get, you know, too in depth, but I had been making videos on TikTok about a lot of things, a lot of thoughts that I've had. And, well, the 3 minute limit for a TikTok video just isn't enough. And unfortunately, when you have to do multiple different videos for things, a lot of stuff gets lost in translation. So, I have been thinking quite a bit. I've been thinking about the multiple social media quote unquote allies that are out there and why I think modern day allyship, if you will, is not really working. You see, the problem is a lot of people who use the term or the label ally, they are already, whether knowingly or not, they are already self positioning themselves. They are already positioning themselves in a position of protection, and they're submitting themselves as the white knight, the great savior, the you know the person of, oh, I will speak for marginalized group A, B, or C, right? The problem is that is not what marginalized groups need. They need to be the heads of their own. They need to be the heads. They need to be the guardians of their own movements and their own positions. And the people who are calling themselves allies should really, in my opinion, be in a position of advocacy, in a position of, you know, in a position of support. Not defense, not as a head, but as a support. Because as someone who's not part of, a certain marginalized group, you cannot fully empathize with that person, right? You can't put yourself in someone else's shoes when you have no idea how those shoes fit. Such as me as a white person, I cannot tell you what the world is like as a black person or a Hispanic or an Asian. As a cisgendered male, I can't tell you what it's like as a transsexual, right? I can't tell you what it's like to be a transsexual. I can't tell you how it feels to be a transsexual. In that position, people who are not bisexual cannot tell me, cannot cannot understand how I feel as a bisexual. People who are not an atheist cannot comprehend what it feels like for me as an atheist. People who are not, any number of adopted. People who haven't been adopted and don't know their real biological families. They cannot fully empathize with me and understand what it's like to not know your biological family. The problem is that I watch a lot of people who are supposed allies who always seem to trip up in their allyship, and it had me wondering for the longest time, why is that? Why is it so hard? And I think it's because of the position people who consider themselves allies put themselves in. Instead of putting themselves in a position where they just sit back and listen to what other people are saying to get a comprehension of what this person from this other group may be thinking or feeling, they are putting themselves in a position where they claim to understand something that would be impossible for them to fully understand. So, I guess all that to say, ally, it's a four-letter word. You are either a decent human being and you treat people decently, or you're a piece of shit and you treat people like a piece of shit. I don't think there's really any two ways you can go about it. You're either a decent person or you're not. Your orientations, your sexual orientations, your gender, your religious stances, these don't save you from being an asshole, and they don't keep you from being a decent person. Just some random thoughts I had.